I don't know if I've seen many people, if any people, talk about this as an idea. And so here's the concept. You know, when we kind of do looping and stuff, for me, you know, oftentimes looping exists on this kind of plane, right? You're kind of going. And then when it comes to playing over that, everything is coming straight down the center at you, right? You know, if you're listening to this in headphones, you might have some reverb and stuff off to the side, but all of the layers are on top of each other. Now, what I thought was, I don't know why this came to mind, but in the Helix we got a pan block, and I thought, well, surely someone must have thought this already. I don't know, let me know if you've heard about someone talking about this, but why don't we use that to do this kind of thing? And instead of everything being straight down the middle, you can get this kind of really spacious effect. I'll show you how to do this on the Helix in a minute, but I just want to show you another example. So we've got our pan on. So if we start another loop, now I can go to the left. You should be hearing that on the right, I think. Now to the left. And now something up the middle. Now with some pan. Now pan a harmony the other way. And you get a much wider stereo field, right? I don't know, have you seen people doing this before? Is this something you're considering now as an option? Someone probably must have done this before, right? But it's something that I thought, this is super easy to do on a Helix, so why am I not taking advantage of it? You could do it on the HX Stomp XL. Let me know if you want to put together a little preset for that as well. But I'm using the Helix here for this, and I'll just show you now what I'm doing. But that's kind of, for me, the problem with a normal looper. You know, you're not taking advantage of the vast kind of stereo field. So what if you just insert a pan block and a switch to send from left to right? Then suddenly, with your stereo looper, you've got a reason. I don't know, you could definitely do this on pretty much any modeling device with a looper. So for sure, Fractal, you could do this if you just program a pan switch. I'm not sure about traditional loopers though, where you might not be able to do this sort of thing. I'm sure there must be something out there that could do it, but let me know in the comments. I thought it was kind of a cool idea. Instead of having everything straight down the middle during your looping, you can build a vast kind of soundscape just by programming in this little switch. I'll show you how now. As always, if you find this to be interesting, like video stuff, I'm trying to sort of show Amanda Fish, you know, instead of giving you a fish or selling you a fish. This is the dark match gig I'm going to put something else on the end of it, like loop preset, just because that's obviously what it's doing. So if we come out of the looper, what you can see is that I've got my looper positioned at the very end of the chain except for a reverb. The reason that I do this is to have something sort of masking the actual changeover of the loop. I find that if you put the looper after reverb, then you get reverb tails that get cut off. But equally, if you don't have the delay before the looper, then you can kind of run into issues when you start to put delay on, because you might only want delay on your lead tones, or only delay on some stuff, and sometimes you want to bake that into the looper. So that's why I have my looper after delay but before reverb. Now here's the offending block. This is the volume pan block. We go in here, stereo pan, right? And what we can do with this, as you see, I've got the pan block here assigned to this switch, so we can turn on the pan, so you can probably hear with, got that to the left, right? And then if I press this switch, you see we go the other direction. And this is really easy to set up. All you need to do is press this button and control parameter pan. The foot switch controller, you select which one you want. So this for me is foot switch 9. Minimum value be left, max value right. And that's really all there is to it. It's super straightforward. Then I'm using the 6 switch looper, so if we play the loop, then I've got pan on at the moment, right? So if I want stuff in the middle, I turn off pan. Right, and now I do want this pan, so this is going to be to the right. Then I'm going to go in the other direction. So this is now to the left. And now off. So now when I turn off the overdub, you should hear things to the left and right hand side of the loop. And once I put this back up to full speed, now, is it just me, or is that not a prettier way to create loops and bigger soundscapes and stuff? Let me know in the comments if you've seen anyone else doing this before. I probably am not the first to do it, admittedly, but I feel like that's, for me, a use of this pan button that I've not really seen talked about, just to create these wider soundscapes within your loops. So let me know in the comments if you want me to drop this preset into the folder. Obviously this one itself won't work on the HX Stomp or HX Stomp XL. Let me know if you want me to create something that could do something similar for the HX Stomp or XL. But that's just one little use that I thought of. I'll catch you in another video soon. Feel free to grab the presets in the description if you want. And yeah, if you could leave a comment, subscribe or whatever, just to let me know that this sort of video is worth doing. Obviously you know that I'm a big fan of showing you how to do some of this stuff. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers!